Good evening, everyone. So today I took a long position on MicroDAO, 7 contracts trading supply and demand with technical analysis as well as fundamental analysis, which got me in the trade here and out the trade here and here. So I'm going to go through why I took this winner trade. Here's the proof. So it's a nice 2.5R win today. I'm going to show you how and why I got into it. So firstly, if we look at the macro fundamentals of this trade here, my reasons for getting into the trade were as follows. We had some red folder news coming out. This was to do with NFP and some preliminary news coming out today. And my analysis was that since the expectations for the news were higher than forecasted, this would be strong for currencies as more people will be paying taxes, businesses will increase revenue and generate more spending, and they'll be paying workers more as they'll be spending more money on food and drinks going to and from work and for leisure, etc. Next, businesses are paying more in labour, which is a positive for the economy as they're generating more profit to do so more people can be employed, leading to more government spending. And lastly was the preliminary news at 3 o'clock was looking good as there's forecasting more confidence from consumers to spend money in the US economy. I thought this increases growth and supports a growth indication in inflation as valuations for goods and services increases. So having known this from the markets today, I then looked to position myself early on in the day. So during, when was this? During Asia session this morning at about 7:20. I was in this trade for, if we have a look, I was in this trade for almost 6 hours, so 5 hours and 49 minutes. It was 1 to 2.5R win. So now let's look more technically. So when we looked at the technicals for this trade today, I noticed a very nice demand zone here, which was identified by the sell here before a strong buy, which broke structure here. Very nice sell before a buy. So all I was looking for was the price to react, so to push higher, retrace down again, so come in back into this demand zone, and then give me a reaction long. Once price mitigated 50% minimum of the zone, a nice candle close out of it, I took my position here and I looked to target. I actually used the 4-hour time frame. And I was looking at targeting highs here, so this supply zone. However, since we had NFP at 1:30 and I was currently in a 2-hour loss for the week from my ES trade on Monday this week, I thought to secure profits, cover losses, and actually gain a bit of profit on the week by $54 for this week. So I managed this trade quite effectively. I took the majority of my position off at 49.561, so about here, and I left one contract on to run. This contract was running. I also moved my risk to break even, so I'm risk free on the trade. And I actually got wicked out due to the NFP candle, which, as you can see, was quite large here. This was at 1:30. So if it wasn't for NFP, I could have squeezed it a bit more, up to here or whatever. But it should just show how the game goes, really. It was nothing. It's not a big win. However, it's a step in the right direction from both of my accounts. I took this on 2 live accounts, so these are real accounts, express accounts by ToStepX. You can't fake these. As you can see, follower account, same amount of profit. Lead account, same amount of profit on each one. These were 2 very good trades. I managed my psychology quite well, which supported my fundamental analysis on the data and also my technical analysis on backing my judgment. As you can see, I was red for about 20 minutes here across this channel here, and then as the day progressed towards New York session, price took off. So it was a great little win on my account. As I said, 2.5 hour trade. This was the red folder news here, so hourly earnings NFP, unemployment, and prelim, and we actually got less than expected. Unemployment rate of change had decreased, which is good, so more people have been employed, which helped to support my thesis to come long in this trade. And the prelim was also very good here, so more people were confident to spend money in the economy, which is also a good thing. So just a very quick one, that was a 2.5 hour win trading Dow futures. I hope you enjoyed the videos, a very short one just to go over my recap of the trade, why I took it, what got me in, what got me out, and we go again next week. We are green for the week and stuck to the rules, and it played out how I wanted to. Could have held to here, but can't win them all, as you can see by the NFP candle. But if that wasn't there, I'm confident that would have just gone right up like this. Anyway, I hope everyone had a good trading week, and I'll see you next week for another review. Have a good evening, have a good weekend. Adios.